Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to this next episode of Wealth Wednesday, and today I have a very special guest with me. It's Ralph and Ice here, and I just want to share with you all a little bit about why I got them on the show today. So this year, I actually built up a brand new income stream for myself. And I started actually investing in US properties, right?
Yes.
I got a property in Jacksonville, Florida, amazing property, which these guys actually assisted me to actually purchase and get, right? So the reason why I got it is because I always believe in building up multiple streams of income, and I thought there was an amazing opportunity to get a super undervalued asset as well. So I just wanted to introduce you to these guys and find out a little bit more about, so you can actually learn something about investing in the US market and possibly opening up a new income stream yourself. So welcome Ralph and Ice.
Hello. Hi, thanks
right?
Rash, thank you.
So they come from Noble Sky. So Ralph, could you give Ralph and Ice, can you give us a little bit of introduction about yourselves?
Alright, hi, I'm Ralph Syed from Noble Sky Institute. We're based in Singapore. This is my CEO, Ice.
Hello everybody, nice to meet all of you. Thank you so much Rash for having us on the
Thank you
video.
Rash. Yes, thank you. Alright, so we've been established since 2014, and through the years we've actually assisted investors from all across the world to acquire assets in the US, namely properties, undervalued properties, whereby they are able to acquire these properties at way under value, spot these properties, bring up the value by fixing up the property, and then eventually selling off for a profit. We've also assisted investors to acquire properties to rent out so that they can earn residual passive income every month from these properties. So the one thing that I know for sure that we've been assisting is that a lot of these investors, they're happy because none of these properties we ever acquire are at market value. They are always bought undervalued.
That's great, that's great. Dude, can I ask you a question? Like, you are in Singapore. It's actually quite fascinating,
Yes.
And people have this conception like, oh dude, US is so far away.
Yes.
Like, how can
We
I
got that
actually
a
go
lot.
and buy a property in the US? Like, would you need to go and see the property, do all of that? Like, so how was your journey? Like, when you bought your first ever, like, how was that for you, man? How was that experience?
Alright, I'll be very honest. The first few years wasn't very easy because, like you said, the distance play a big part in making things very difficult for an investor. We're not buying next door or in Malaysia, right? We're buying something halfway across the world. So that requires a lot of tenacious effort to ensure these properties are managed well, the projects are on task. So throughout the years, Ice and myself, we seek out mentors and partners on the ground, and we've been very privileged to work with a couple of established construction companies in the US, and one of them is owned by my mentor Ray Dias, and we actually flew him and a few other of my mentors into Asia to meet some of our clients last September in Bali. So we are proud to say that we are one of the only companies in the US that's able to help investors who buy properties at undervalue that requires rehabilitation, renovation. We're like the only company in America that can actually do the work all across continental United States. So there's not many companies in the US that can do this, so we are quite privileged to actually be able to serve our clients in Asia to do so. So currently, we have projects running in Illinois, in New York, in Michigan, in Wisconsin, in South Carolina, and Florida. So we're adding a couple more states in our portfolio, and so these two things has been very good so far.
I'm gonna show you all some pictures, right? Later in this video, I'll show you all some pictures. This is some pictures of some crazy dilapidated properties,
Yes.
which they've managed to turn around. So have a look at these pictures, right? Anyways, coming back to it, so how do you all? How does it work, man? How do you all actually acquire properties? If I can ask you, right? How do you all actually acquire properties? I understand that we do it sometimes through auctions and stuff like that, but what are some processes in which you all find these properties at undervalued prices?
Okay, I'll give you an example from
Okay.
my side, also regarding the first property that I actually got. So I went to this particular auction wanting to acquire properties, and I went there, and towards the end of the auction I felt that I'm not going to win anything because everything is overbidded to my budget. So in Noble Sky we actually set a budget to each property that we want to invest in, and if it goes over a certain budget we just let go. We don't let emotions run through the whole auction process. So there's a very strict process that we have to follow through. And I still remember that particular auction. I really felt that, okay, I'm going to lose this auction. There's still 2 more properties left that's on my list I am going to try to bid for. And this particular property that I eventually won, it was just between me and this guy. We actually fought for the the property, I felt I was going to lose that particular deal again. And then suddenly I won it at only $7,000.
Wow.
Just $7,000 for an amazing property worth $65,000. My budget was actually $35,000. $35,000 for that. And I thought it was going to be a crazy fight. And right now I'm renting it out. Like, I'm so happy, right? The passive income from that particular property is really amazing.
Wow.
And I don't only have 1 property, 2 property, 3 property, but 4 property from that particular auction. So I won 4 properties at one shot on the second last deal that was going on in the auction. And I'm very, very grateful for it. And it's a very intensive process that Noble Sky has to do. Is like we have a step-by-step process that we have to make sure that it's checked out to ensure that this property is great.
Yeah.
And as long as you follow the process, you're on a great path. So this is one thing that we have established over the past few years, and our clients are extremely happy with this process. And yeah, this is something that we do. Yeah.
It's crazy actually. When I heard this story the last time, it's $7,000 to acquire property. It's actually possible, especially in the US.
Yeah, it is really possible.
Wow.
That's why I focus all my energy right now in the US market.
Yes.
It's really like I can get properties for 10-15% of market value of not lousy properties, but amazing, insane ones. And I sell it off for 90 to 95% of market value. That's really amazing. You know, really, it sounds crazy. I know it sounds really crazy, especially coming from this side of the world where we are taught to actually purchase properties at 100%, 120% of market value. And then suddenly you're hearing, oh, this 10-15%, it must be a scam. Because that was what I thought in the past. So if you're thinking that way, I know how you felt or how you feel. And literally, when I went over there, I learned the in and out of everything. And I realized that, you know what? I'm going to focus my energy all on this because it's so much more worth it than focusing on what I was focusing on before.
Wow, that's amazing, right? Like, seriously, what she actually said, you know, there's so much to learn in this world, right? There's so many opportunities, and you know, meeting them was one of the biggest blessings so far for me.
Thank you, Raj.
Straight up, you know, because there's so many things that I didn't know, and you know, when they opened up my eyes, I was like, wow, this is freaking incredible, right? So that's exactly what I want you to actually get to learn and get exposed to as well. So I actually have a question for you all, right? For both of you all. So how do you all exactly assist investors in Singapore or around this region to actually invest? Like, what's your process in helping them?
All right. So the number one thing that the local market here or in the market in Southeast Asia requires, if they're interested to get their feet wet in the US real estate market, right, is that they need to be educated, because the most common method of investing in locally in Singapore is that people has already conditioned you to tell you to look at the latest launch, to buy the industrial property, all right. But an example, you take a condo launch, so you pay future value for the condo, you take a leverage loan for up to 80-90%, and in the very first step, you're already in debt. So that's something that we seek to dispel, and we have to displace that knowledge from the investor and convert it into telling you, whenever we acquire properties in the States, right? Okay, we are always looking for something that is of significant value, but we pay undervalue for it. We only pay a fraction of the cost. So doing this method will allow you to insulate yourself against any market conditions, whereby if the property market price starts to drop, okay, but because you pay so little for it, so you're not affected by the property price drop. Okay, unlike if you buy in Singapore, if property price drop, you can be affected, especially when you have a loan. Right? So we run workshops in Singapore that teaches our student, trains them enough to understand how the US market works. It's very unique. The laws in America is also very unique. We take advantage of a unique tax law that is available only in the US and that you cannot find anywhere across the world. So only America practices this method of tax enforcement that allow us to buy these properties really cheap. So it is definitely not a scam. So for a student to be able to understand to where we have come from, you have to attend a workshop enough to learn like what I say, the ins and outs of this business, because this is like any normal business in property investment.
Interesting. So you run them through education program
Yeah, we have to, correct. We have to, because in Singapore, most of them will not be able to comprehend knowing about this by just reading or listening to a video for just few minutes. Southeast Asia, correct. So you have to attend a workshop for 2 days, and we are able to scale you up to understand how the business works.
It's brilliant, guys. There's so much information to actually learn, which I highly recommend as well, because because in the
Yes.
end of the day, you got to learn how to invest in yourself.
Correct.
Right?
Smart investor is a profitable investor.
Absolutely, absolutely. So these guys, but one of the main things I feel, which is their unique proposition, is that they have these mentors, people on the ground
Correct,
in
yes,
the
we do.
US who are sourcing our properties for them, who are able to fix up the properties for
Yes.
them, and they have an entire team of people, right? So
Mhm.
that's the network and the leverage that they have as well, which is very, very good for investors here in Singapore,
Mhm.
right? So anyways, there is a special opportunity. Noble Sky is actually in their 5th year anniversary.
That's right.
Yes,
Right,
yeah.
5th year anniversary, and I want to actually announce something really, really special for a few of my friends. Alright, so I want to actually give away something. So I just want to tell us about that.
Yes, definitely. So Noble Sky, right now we're celebrating our 5th year birthday celebration, and for this quarter, our invite to all of you is actually to come for our program at the end of April, the last week of April,
27, 28.
27 and 28 of April. Come for our workshop for free. So literally, our programs are charged at $4,998 USD to attend per person. But right now, we're actually giving it to you for free because it's our 5th year anniversary celebration. And to top it off, when you attend the 2 days program, which happens from 9 to 6 p.m. on that weekend, what will happen is you are in a lucky draw where you can stand to win tickets for 2 to America with us on a learning journey in the next quarter. So with
For
that,
mentors and myself,
mentors and ourselves. We had clients in the past who came to the US with us on a learning journey. They loved it, and we hope that you could be one of the lucky draw winners to come with us in the next quarter. Please
That'll
take
be-
the opportunity.
That'll be absolutely fantastic, guys. This is a not to be missed opportunity. Please take it. I invested money myself to go and learn from these guys. So please take it. And most important thing is they already got the room booked. Seats are running out fast, so make sure you grab it while it lasts. All right. So
Yes.
make sure you grab it and go and learn from these guys. And maybe you can actually build up a new income stream for yourself as
Mhm.
well. Why not learn? What do you have to lose, right?
Nothing.
So anyways, thank you so much, guys, for
Thank
coming
Thank
on
you,
and
Rash.
educating
So
my friends
much.
as
Thank you very
well.
much.
Thank
I hope
you.
no worries at all. And I hope to catch you on my next episode. See y'all.
Bye.